Hi, this is Ken. I'm with the gang from the Vineyard, and we're here at Tell Dan. And there's going to be some great teachings coming to you by our pastor Matthew Miller and the associate pastor Tom Campbell. They'll be speaking about the history of this place, which is phenomenal to think about, that 10 of the tribes came here and corrupted this place with false idols and golden calves and false sacrifices. But one of the things that we noticed when we came on the way up, we were reading from the book of Judges in chapter 17 and 18 about Micah. And Micah was a man who had taken money from his mother, and I encourage you to read this in Judges 17 and 18. And what you're going to find is that Dan came up prior to anything that we read about Jeroboam. The corruption of paganism was already in this place before they ever got here. So when you read in chapter 17 and 18, there's a man named Micah who had taken money. He stole it from his mother. She put a curse on the money. Micah comes to her mother and says, "I'm the one that took that, Mom." And so she removes the curse and blesses him and then gives him the money, and he uses that money for silver idols, and he makes images of these idols. And he takes them into his house. He creates his own little sanctuary, his own little priesthood, so to speak, and he takes his son and anoints him to be a priest over their little temple. And so as time goes on, he has his own personal priesthood. And Danites, who are wanting to come up into this area, they had not really been truly given their inheritance yet. So they asked the priests from the land, "Can we go up and get our inheritance," basically? And so what we find is that they get blessed and they come up and they realize this place isn't secure, but yet it's this amazing place that flows with milk and honey. So when they come into the area and they get the blessing, they come to Micah's house. And when they get there, they see a Levite priest, this young Levite priest who Micah had found later on. Micah finds this Levite priest and says, "Be my personal priest." And so when he becomes his personal priest, and here come the Danites, and they come into Micah's place, they say, "Why would you be the priest to one when you can be a priest to a nation?" And so he agrees to go with them. And from that place, they leave to come up here to what will be established as Dan. They'll be known as the Danites. But what's ironic to all this is that they take from Micah's house, they take the silver idols and the images, and they bring them here, and they set up a priesthood here in this place with those images that were made of silver. So from the very beginning of their establishment, before Jeroboam is even thought of coming up here, they're already established and working in paganism long before the exile from the kingdom splitting. So there's going to be more history being brought into you from Tom Campbell and from Matthew Miller. I encourage you to look at that. But just to be in this place, it just brings you a heart of repentance, because we truly are a people that have been scattered among the nations. And we're looking for the day that we are called back to this very place. And this time when we get called back, we get to do it right. We get to worship the one true King, the Messiah, Yeshua. And no more false idols and no more false worship, but worship in spirit and truth the way He intended it from the very beginning. Well, this is Ken signing off from Dan. Have a great day.